Hello, it's me. Hey y'all, I am introducing you to a more spiritual side of me. And on this side, I'm going to talk about the things I know on the spiritual plane that you may not be aware of. I'm not going to act like I'm the most spiritual person that there is because I'm still learning and growing. But what I do know, I'm going to share it with you. So hold on and hang on, and I'm going to let you know what I know. Well, hello, you guys. It's me again, and it's time for Spiritualista segments. This is episode 2. And today we have another interesting topic that we're going to discuss, and something that's, again, familiar to me. And it's not very controversial, but it's something that people might have questions about as well. And today's topic is lucid dreaming. And of course, you guys probably do want to know what the hell lucid dreaming is, because a lot of you guys are not versed on it, but I am. And I'm going to tell you what lucid dreaming actually is. Now, lucid dreaming is a state of consciousness where you realize you are dreaming while the dream is still happening, often allowing you to control the narrative, characters, or environment. Unlike typical dreams, this experience combines the vividness of sleep with active conscious awareness, frequently occurring during REM sleep. Now, lucid dreaming is another trip that's pretty wild, and it is very, very vivid. Like when you have a lucid dream, you, like it says, are very aware of what is happening, and you can control your environment. Like it seems like it doesn't sound real until you're actually having a lucid dream, because you are controlling what somebody does, what somebody says, what takes place, and you are really, really into it. So, I mean, let's get into it, and let's address the spiritual side of lucid dreaming. To be fair, if you want to discuss lucid dreaming, you need to discuss what a regular dream is first. And here's the definition of a regular, everyday, average dream. Now, here's the definition of a dream. A dream is a series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring involuntarily in the mind during sleep, typically during REM cycles. It also refers to a cherished aspiration, goal, or a visionary fantasy-like state, which is daydreaming also as well. That can also be described as a dream. Now, I will describe one lucid dream that I had where I know that I was in another life, in another realm, because I was with someone who I was dealing with, and I had been dealing with him for 3 years. And it was a situationship. That's all it was. This person did not view me the same way I viewed them. He definitely did not love me. And I loved and was in love with this person. And this person was a closeted BBW lover. He did not want to be with me publicly. He only wanted to be with me behind closed doors. My first and hugest red flag was for our first date that we were going to go on. This man stood me up and left me hanging and never tried to make up for it, and just made an excuse and never tried to make up for it. And from then on, all of our interactions were behind closed doors, in private. We never had a public date, and he never tried to ever see me out in public. But in this realm, in this lucid dream, I believe that I pulled him into a dream that I had of him. And this was well after we were done, well after I had blocked him on everything because he unfriended me and unfollowed me randomly for no reason. Just no reason. I dreamt that he and I were married. And I guess I created this version of myself as younger than him and slimmer than him, because that's what he seemed to really like publicly and be into publicly, is a younger women and slimmer women. I don't believe he had an issue with how I look like my face. I was being pretty because I'm a pretty person, I guess, to him. But I guess I wasn't slim enough or whatever. But that's what, I was a person he was attracted to because we were married with 3 children. And in the dream, you could see a look of confusion. He was like, what am I doing here? But he didn't say anything. But he was being very loving to me and our children. But I could still see the look of confusion on his face. Like, what am I doing here? And I had this look of bliss like, oh, I'm married to you. And we're in love. And you could tell that he loved me and cared about me in the dream. But it was so lucid and it was so real. And it was like, he was confused about being there, and I was happy about being there with him and our 3 children. And he wasn't unhappy about being there, but he was just confused about why he was there. And that dream was so vivid and so real. And it was like I was in complete control of the situation. Like, oh yeah, you're here with me and you're married and we have children. Now, in reality, would I ever want that from him? Absolutely not, because I know that it wouldn't be real and he wouldn't care about me or love me the way that he should, because if that was the case, he would have done that anyway. I wouldn't have to force it or manifest it in a dream like to make it be a reality. It would just be a reality. But yeah, that dream was so 100% real and lucid in my head because I made it be in my dream. That's just how lucid dreams work. I mean, everything is 100% real. And people will tell you in lucid dreams that they have that, like, because you're not supposed to ask for a time in dreams, that they realized they were dreaming and they asked for the time, which is a big no-no, and that things got really weird and really crazy for them because the people in the dreams was like, you're not supposed to be asking for the time, and they just got really weird with them and started chasing them or trying to fight them or just being mean to them and just like attacking them and just different kind of things. Now, I don't ask for the time in the dream, and I guess my subconscious mind was like, don't do it, or my psyche is just like, don't ask for time or whatever. I've never done that, thank God, and I don't plan to. And I know some people who have intentionally done that, knowing that they have lucid dreams and they can control those dreams, and they've done it and they've gone in and got a shitload of trouble. I've never done it and I don't plan to. And I've also had a lucid dream where I got revenge on someone. I had a dream the literal day before, where in that dream, and this was just a dream, it was a bad dream, where I was trapped in a house and some monkeys were trapping me in the house, and they were very vicious, and they did not want me to come out of the house. And I knew that if I escaped the house, that they were going to attack me. And of course, I don't want to be attacked by wild monkeys and chimpanzees and stuff. So like, I'm trapped in the house and I have no way out. And I could see another house from across the way. And I could see this woman talking on the phone. And I'm calling to her, and I knew she could hear me. And she was blatantly ignoring me. And when she was ignoring me, I was getting mad because I'm like, lady, I know you hear me calling you. You're in a window. The window is wide open. You're on a porch. The porch is open. The windows I'm calling from you are calling to you through are open. You hear me. You can see me as much as I can see you. You can hear me. I know you see these monkeys out here won't let me leave this house, and they're menacing and they're threatening me. And I know you see me as much as I see you. So what's the problem that you're ignoring me? And you could call for help for me. You're on the phone. You're safe. I'm not safe. Help me. And she ignored me. She closed the windows or whatever she did, and she ignored me. I woke up. I woke up angry because I was like, that lady in that dream saw me and she ignored me. And I was so mad when I woke up. But when I went to sleep that same night, I had a dream. And in the dream, I had recognition. It was a lucid dream. It was that same lady. And she was another person, but I recognized that it was her. She was making herself into a younger person, and she had her hairstyle different and everything, but I recognized immediately that was still her. And I was talking to somebody else, and when I recognized that was her, I was like, hold on. I told the other person I was talking to, hold up. And when I recognized that was her, I went over to her and I whooped her tail. I beat the brakes off that lady. I beat the brakes off her. And I was telling her when I beat her up, I was like, you saw me and you did not help me. And I was mad at her because she could have helped me and she didn't. She left me there stranded, trapped with those monkeys that were going to try to hurt me if I went outside. And she was on that phone and she ignored me, and I beat her for all that she was worth, which is nothing. But I beat her up because she saw me and she didn't try to help me. I'm sorry, I had a phone call. She didn't try to help me, and she saw that I was in distress. And that lady left me for unalive. And you know I have to say unalive because I don't know which platform I'm putting this on, so I just had to say that. But she left me, okay? And she could have helped me. And so when I saw her, because it was a lucid dream and I knew I could control it, I got her and I beat her for all she was worth. And I don't know if she was aware of the lucid dream and knew that I was in control and I was going to get her, but she tried to change who she was, but it didn't work for me because I knew everything that was going on in that dream and I was controlling the scenario, and I had instant recognition, and I stopped my conversation that I was having and I got her. I never saw her again in another dream, so I got my revenge, and that was that, and that was it. So yeah, that was just an example of a lucid dream. And when you have lucid dreams, they will be different scenarios. I don't know if you create these scenarios in your head, but like I said, you'll be able to control everything that's going on, and nobody's going to be able to do anything to you in those dreams that you won't be able to control. So yeah, lucid dreaming, it's a skill and it's a gift as well. So hey, it can be a little bit wonky as well. It's a little bit of a walk on the wild side when you lucid dream. I'm telling you, it's another one of those things that's along the lines with astral projecting. It goes hand in hand with that. I believe it's probably a gift that goes with that skill of astral projection. It probably does. Who knows? But hey, some spiritual gifts go with other spiritual gifts, and you get them and you take them as you get them, and you take them with a grain of salt. You can't control what God gives you. But feel free to talk about your lucid dreams in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Love you, and see you in the next segment.